Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome in. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not tired. I did not sleep well today. I'm exhausted, but we're still gonna do this. All right. 2 hours of sleep is just not enough. I should have tried harder. I am not a day sleeper. That is very apparent. I try. Some days I can, some days I can't. This is going to be a long 14 hours ahead. But before we go there, let's get into whatever comes out for Virgo. Whatever comes out for the sign of Virgo. Oh, that was fast. 2 shekels. Not going to say anything yet. I'm going to see what the tarot has to say. Wow, I'm tired. That coffee ain't going to do nothing. It ain't going to do jack shit. Oh, no. I can already tell. Oh, no. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. The Fool. We start with the Fool. I'm probably foolish to be doing this right now. Let's see. Whatever comes out for the sign of Virgo. Whatever comes out for Virgo. Okay. Clarify it. Ooh. So some of you guys may have felt like you dealt with some toxic energy. Some of you had to do with a love connection, whether it was extremely personal, a relationship, a family situation. It's relationship or family right off the bat is what I'm getting out of this reading, where it just could not build. It also might have made you feel like you were part of the problem or stressed you out. I'd get a lot of stress on the reading. The Fool, the Devil, the Two of Wands, anxiety towards love, the connection. It's all about the connection. So there's something here where it might have made you feel like, what's going on? Is this really worth it? Some of you are like, some of you, the answer is hell no. Hell to the no, that with the Emperor reversed. I had to cut clear of that situation. Why did you have to cut clear of a situation? Or why would you know that? Why would the Virgo know that? Because they could see through they could see that if they didn't discover, the best move was to kind of take a leap of faith of getting out of their own anxiety and going after their own wish fulfillment. Something I get this energy like somebody out there or multiple people might have felt like you might have been dealing with a lost cause. It's something about a lost cause. And now you want to kind of full steam ahead, not really look back. I get this I don't want to look back energy. I'm going to fight for myself energy. This wasn't the commitment or the celebration I was meant to go towards. Honestly, it might have, you're probably a female and it probably stressed you out or made you feel suspended and stuck in a situation with lack of trust of building, commitment, contentment, and happiness. I'm sorry to give you that, but the overall outcome is you recognizing, maybe even understanding that the wish fulfillment that you may have wanted at one time, it just, so some of you may have felt like the wish fulfillment gave up on you or you had to give up on it. It's what it is. It's what I've got so far. Let's keep going. Whatever comes out for Virgo. Whatever comes out. What do we got? Show me something. Some of you had to do, this had to do with a marriage or commitment. This is either family ties or this is, if it's not like a family relationship, as far as a divorce, if it's, I get this energy with just looking at the tarot and talking, it's like a divorce or feeling like a sacrifice from a situation. Kind of recognizing it wasn't the stability of it. It just wasn't, didn't feel, I don't know why, but you know, there's a culture out there. I don't even know what culture it is. I don't know if it's Australian, if it's Irish. I can't remember. I think it's Australian, but I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. It's just follow the where I'm going with this, if you can. They drink out of a boot as like a celebration. I don't even know what culture does that. They'll drink out of a boot. The image that I just saw was somebody like dumping the mud out of a boot, kind of getting away from that feeling. Let's see what's going on. Definitely could have something to do with children or family separation. Justice, judgment, Four of Wands reversed. And knowing you had to make the decision. I don't want to say there was some of you, there was a lot of fighting or arguments. And if there wasn't fighting, there were just disagreements when it came to working together, moving forward together, trusting the path ahead. So that's probably why I got left behind. And I'm done. Left behind, double left behind energy. So it seems like both of you felt the same way. Probably why the change is here. It's probably why the ending is here. It definitely was family oriented or tied in with your family. And I feel like you're at a point where you want it behind you and you want to start over. You want to start building all over. Show me something else. Whatever comes out for Virgo. Whatever comes out for Virgo. Clarify the three. All these want to come out. Let's see what they are. You may have felt like somebody just didn't love you. Straight up is what it's telling me. So there's two scenarios here. It's like they didn't feel like they would rush in towards you with love. And if they didn't rush in towards you with love, if it seemed like you wanted to make the connection work, I feel like you felt like they didn't stress about it being of moral importance or important at all, is kind of what it's showing me. And I think you know that. And truthfully, the communication was pretty shitty. Or the lack of good communication. It just wasn't being fought for. It wasn't being discovered. Hold on. Show me something else. I feel like it was resistant to change. And I do feel like this upsets you. Honestly, I do feel like for some of you that are watching this video for the sign of Virgo, like this did upset you. It did stress you out in multiple categories. I'm getting for other people. Could be 2 or 3 other people around you, but that it stressed you out, or it stressed you out in love and finance. Whoa, here we go. What's going on? Some of you will move or have been planning on moving or want to move away from all of it with the Chariot upright. And I feel like you're just waiting to take the action. Some of you, it's just emotionally trying to trust the judgment and not go back and forth or feel like you're lying about a situation, that you got to move away, that you got to start over. I don't feel like this was easy. This doesn't feel like an easy separation reading. Could have had something to do with a marriage. Could have had something to do with siblings. But it does feel like it's attached to family. And you're aware of this. I do see you don't want to stress about it. You don't want to be suspended with being heartbroken. Go to the bottom. It looks to me you just want to go, you want to move away from it and move towards balance, play with balance. A lot of you have come to the crossroads where you had to accept either the inevitable or the ending of the situation as well. Virgo. Welcome in, everybody. Let's see what else we get for you. Give you a little bit more, Virgo. Whatever comes out, zodiac sign of Virgo. Something fresh. Fresh. Give me something fresh for Virgo. You got it. Some fresh energy they need to see. Stick to your decision, Virgo. Stick to your decision. Whatever. So there's decisions that you're going to need to stick with. Some of you, it's a matter of not feeling guilty or looking back. Let's keep going. Don't feel guilty or look back. Don't have any anxiety or fear over the situation. Look at this. Holy shit. Do not look back at the situation. Let it be what it is. Go for the balance. Some of you have discovered that that's probably the best option. I do feel like it's been hard to take a leap of faith or feel like or trust yourself with knowing you're doing the right thing for you. I do feel like you've been going through that or questioning yourself a lot about the situation. Maybe even how you reacted to the situation. Show me something, Virgo. I feel like you've cut ties completely. So you either speak to the person very little or not at all, is what I'm seeing in the reading. With the Ten of Swords upright, balance upright, the Five of somebody being left behind, but then you have double left behind energy again. So, and not wanting to like play with it or I just get like not wanting to deal with it. A lot of you are focusing on your potential. I feel like you're trying to figure out what the best potential is for you. That's what so there's a couple messages I'm seeing. Some of you are focused on the potential that's best for you at this time. Others of you may be waiting for the outcome or the judgment, hoping that you get the right answer. The fair and just answer as you move forward. It may have something to get the wheel judgment and this like that. This may have something to do with the judicial system as well. It definitely feels like separation energy or staying apart energy or feeling apart from another, from whatever the deal is for you. Hold on a second. Whatever it is, there's no, the connection, it doesn't seem like it's coming together. I don't feel like it feels like there's value behind it. Value or trust at all. And I think you're trying to keep it behind you at this point. I feel as if you know that that's what's needed or best. A lot of you also want to become social or invite the new essence of a love connection in. The passion of it. I feel like you want the rebirth. Some of you, it's more or less of knowing how to accept or cut your losses in situations, not be emotionally attached to them. Cut, double cut energy. Cut out the things that weren't serving you or building with you, or that were messing with your stability. And I think you are the one that's aware of that today. You may have felt like I'm going to tell you what I just saw, even though it didn't come out. I let it shuffle and let it keep going in the deck. Some of you may have felt like you had no control over the situation. Some of you, that's what it was exactly. Others of you, it felt like you had no control over the home situation. And now I don't feel like you want to mull over or be stuck in that energy. I see what I'm seeing with the Ace of Pentacles is you're looking forward. I feel like you're looking forward. I get like a lot of forward productive energy as far as trusting, learning how to trust that you're making the right decision, even if sometimes you were hard on yourself about the way you felt about this. You might have kept that within yourself, but known the right action was to stay at a distance. I'm going to say stay at a distance with the Chariot in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse, and secretly just kind of having the awareness of knowing. Clarify the Moon and the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm going to take this out, though, because we used it. Clarify those three for Virgo. You're emotionally moving on. Some of you have been wanting to do this journey for a while. I get like you've wanted to pivot, but it's felt like you haven't been able to as well, for whoever that's for. That one. Those two. And you've been working on the stress of it and trying to stay balanced and cut free of it and not let it keep you feeling uncertain or unhappy. And I think you know that, because I think you were trapped there for a while. And it may have stressed you out. This relationship was very combative, or it just feels as if every time you tried to make it work, it wouldn't go anywhere. You may have seen a little bit of a difference with inside of a person, or the person that you're thinking about, but it wasn't enough. So you may have dealt with somebody who made you feel like you didn't know if you were coming or going. That's what it shows me for the zodiac sign of Virgo. And I feel as if a lot of you are getting over that now. Honestly, that's what I've got for you. All right. Libra. Libra. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe I made it. I am like ridiculously tired. Like so tired. I almost was like, no, another day. The drive home tomorrow is good. In the morning, it's going to be scary. Let me tell you. I already know. I was thinking about that before I came out here, like 5 minutes before. Even on the way to get the coffee, I think I ran through my mind. Here we go. Libra. Whatever comes out for you. Some of you Libras are just trying to trust or believe that you can discover or find things to work out, or just, I have like a lot of faith on your energy. Oh my God, twice. That's the card it keeps wanting to show me. Some of you are just trying to have faith or stay at peace. Some of you are more focused on believing in a positive resolution. I like that, to be honest. You could also be tending towards somebody older than you, or feel like somebody older than you could want to talk to you, or vice versa. You could want to talk to somebody that's old. So you may have an elder that wants to speak to you, or wants you to say a specific thing to them, or vice versa. Let's keep going. You could be connecting or going toward, you could be a Libra and connecting with somebody older, speaking to somebody older a little bit more, whatever that's about. Here we go. They could be at a distance, the Chariot. So either you're going towards them or they're coming towards you. Or they want to close the distance. And then some of you may be, I get it. It has to do with somebody speaking up. I have this silent energy. Look at this community, the house of communication, the page of something about, I didn't even know that was there, but I'm getting the energy with these two cards where somebody needs to speak up, whether it's the Libra or the other person. Okay, here we go. More communication. Why are you saying it like, okay, give me something. So Libra, what it's showing me is I'm getting a theme here that I'm like, the theme I'm feeling is there could be somebody older that wants to talk to you, or you want to talk to somebody older, or you've been reaching out to somebody older, or you've been thinking of somebody older, maybe missing somebody older, something of the sort. Some of you could feel at a distance. Some of you could feel the outcome sucked. or it sucks that the display of feelings isn't on the table. With the judgment and the communication, it feels like somebody's wanting to see it open or happen. Some of you, it's a message of it needs to happen before it's too late. Others of you, it's the 10 of swords to the 2 of coins to the devil reversed to the wheel of fortune. I feel like you've had a lot of stresses on your back, a lot of burdens I'm going to say over the years for Virgo. I don't know. I mean, not Virgo, excuse me, Libra. I don't know why I get the energy to say over the course of years. Some of you could be months, several, like months, more closer to a year. But I feel like saying with the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Wands beside each other, years. And it's almost as if the devil reversed the wheel of fortune. I feel like you're really trying to manifest staying in a very positive mindset. Being humble about what's going on around you. Very, very, very humble. You could be very fascinated with career projects or making more money at this time too. Or it just you could have a little fragrance in your persona or the way I just feel like you might have, if you had problems with money, it may start to change. The way I view this reading, the Hermit, that 10 of Pentacles, the Star, and then the Queen of Pentacles, there's too much energy of money, wish fulfillment there, and wanting to trust it. So some of you may, if you had issues or things felt unbalanced with money, if you had any thoughts that made you feel anything about thoughts and negative thinking, I don't think you're going towards that or playing with that. Keeping that down, keeping that away right now, completely. I feel like you're more focused on money, family. I get money, family energy, and not wanting to feel overwhelmed at the same time. Some of you, because you felt overwhelmed for holy shit, look at it, I'll show you, and you showed up too in the middle of it. I just said not wanting to feel overwhelmed. You're in the middle of these. I feel like you're not wanting to feel overwhelmed at all right now. This tells me that you've probably dealt with a lot, whether it was for months, years. Clarify anything you can for Libra, whatever comes out. It has to do with the past. Clarify the past card in reverse. It's just telling me you don't want to be stressed out about the past. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles and the Moon. A double not stress. Wow. So you're really holding. So why do I get the energy like Libra doesn't want to focus on stress right now? But even though you don't want to focus on stress, I get this. This is weird for me. Some of you, it's like you don't want to focus on stress or be stressed out is what I'm getting out of those two cards together. But at the same time, it isn't just about the stress of a situation. I get this energy like you want to open your heart out, but you've been dealing with a lot of stress. Some of you may feel like you've been racing against time as well when it comes to that stress, feeling the stress of situations, or wanting to open your heart up to situations. Some of you have probably been practicing communicating better balance, whether it's to other people or to yourself. Some of you may do that subconsciously, whether you're aware of it or not, by the way. Show me something else. Clarify that for me for Libra, whatever comes out. If you have goals in mind, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you, I feel like anything that's kept you stuck or felt like a thorn in your side, I feel like just don't let it be your focus right now, Libra. Don't worry about that. Don't think about it. Don't sit with it. Just pretend like it's not there. Because I feel like you have went back and forth with that situation from time to time with what the tarot shows. The decision it's showing me is if there's anything you're goal oriented, if there's been some kind of thing, something you've been seriously wanting to manifest, whether it was the communication in a situation with somebody else, whether it was trusting yourself a little bit more to become a little more stable with finances, the next career, something about this, an investment or opportunity. I feel like the message I'm seeing for you, Libra, don't overthink it, just trust it. Something about it's wise to just work at it, trust it, and focus on the happiness that you want to see set or arrive. And I get this lucky energy off. Like I felt the lucky energy when I had the 10 of Pentacles and the Queen. But I also felt like it was lucky because of the Hermit and the Star. Lucky break, maybe because you want to manifest it or you've been motivated to go towards it. So it's given me a theme where you've been motivated by love and money recently, or for quite some time. You've had a strong desire, it tells me, on both. Some of you, it's also picking yourself back up, rebuilding yourself up, knowing it was what needed to be done. Also, there's some of you had to, I've got to say it, some of you Libras, there's either a situation around you where the health has been hard and you've been dealing with it, or you've been dealing with your own health, not at the best par. Show me something else for Libra. It's been hard to be patient with whatever the situation is around that health thing. It's been very hard. You've been fighting, though. In questioning and fighting, or if you're fighting to do the right thing. What? 4 reversed. Some of you are starting to like or appreciate being single, it says too. That's what I'm seeing. You also may be ready or excited about the happiness of a new connection. There is something to do with the past, though, that makes you feel like you're holding on emotionally, or that causes a little bit of resistance from you hitting the celebration that you want. So you could have a career situation that feels like doesn't give you any time for love, career, family situation, or health situation. It's something like that. Okay, so it keeps telling me the things that bother you, don't let them rent space in your head. Cut free of that. King of Swords, Queen of Swords is reversed. I don't know why, but somebody could feel guilty too. Whether it's you or somebody around you may feel guilty or have made you feel guilty in a situation around like a home, and the environment of home, or somebody else you care about. And the energy I'm getting is emotionally, do not let that be like, don't let that make you trip over your own feet. The strength with the King of Swords, anytime that happens, just rise above it. Let it be what it is. The Knight of Cups versus, you got the Knight of Cups to the Magician reversed. Some of you, it's not, I feel like you can't lie about where you want to see yourself head with the Victory card upright when it comes to change. Some of you have learned to release a great feeling of despair. And now you're really trying to, I feel like you've learned that, you've outgrown that. And now you're learning more or caring more to open up about passion. I get like a willing effort, wanting to focus on that more. If I had to give you a way I see it venturing out, you've probably been trying to be very productive or work towards something more productive, career or health. Whether it's your health or somebody else's health, whether it's changing your career or sticking with your career, but also thinking or feeling, wanting that new connection in love. That's what I see for Libra. Okay. Here we go. Scorpio. Scorpio. In a minute, I need some coffee, guys. Okay. Probably not nearly enough coffee. I can drink more because more coffee. Because I'm only doing 6. Oh, excuse me, 7 signs. 5 because I've done 2. So that's not bad. Here we go. Scorpio, whatever comes out. What is the message for Scorpio? The Wheel of Fortune, compass. Are you moving directions? Are you going somewhere? Are you taking a trip? I get the energy that some of you may end up taking a trip, or some of you may have been doing some hard research. Trying to learn more. On a spiritual essence, gravitate more. I feel like you've been wanting to know more of how things work. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel that way with the Wheel of Fortune. Let's go. I'm going to shuffle more for you before we start. Here we go. I'm kind of glad I said what I just said. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to show you why. I just saw something brand new that I never noticed. So I'll shuffle more in a second, but I want to show you guys this. So I was telling you, I feel like you've been, whether it's spiritually or just on a direction of something you care about, I feel like you want to learn more. The image I looked at was in the corner. It was the angel. And this angel right here is got her head in a book. What I recognized on the card after that was the pharaoh in the middle holding the sword. But then I started to look corner by corner. And when I did that, I realized every corner, they're reading a book, learning more. And I've never really paid attention to that. I've always been zoned to the middle of that card until today. All right, here we go. Let's see. So is it that you're studying or staying focused or trying to stay focused with something? Here we go. It could have something to do with writing. It could have something to do with writing, speaking, something to do vocally. I feel vocal energy, vocal or writing it down. Here we go. It could be that so are you wanting it to show stability with money? Potentially. I just get that pharaoh makes me feel like there's an importance inside of you that makes you want to know. I can keep showing up, want to know more, become more available to have more clarity, maybe even out of the world's dimensions. This is surprisingly different, but here we go. Scorpio. Whatever comes out. The Wheel of Fortune in the world definitely could be taking a trip or traveling somewhere. That was around the 4 of Wands. Reconnecting. I feel like if you've been at a distance, either not for long, you're either going to be traveling towards somebody or somebody's going to be traveling towards you, potentially. What? So I'm getting this energy like a lot of you are trying to become comfortable with learning things that would be out of the ordinary person's comfort zone. Maybe things that people wouldn't really focus on. I'm going to give you a different kind of reading. And so there's something about things of the past that may have been overlooked. I feel like Scorpio's not doing that right now. Show me something else for Scorpio, whatever comes out. Others of you are definitely, so you may have thoughts. Show me what the thoughts are about. Show me what the thoughts are about. Oh, I got to give you the one. If I can find it. If I can find it. No, if it shows up, it'll be reversed. All of my cards will be like this as I shuffle. If I see the one that's reversed, I'll know it's that card. It's the only one that didn't flip up right. But something else came flying out, so let's see what that is. Okay, so some of you guys are making peace with your past. A lot of you have decided to do that. I get the energy some of you never wanted to come there or wanted to have to pull off that, feel that way. Like something with that the 3 of Wands in reverse makes me feel with the Empress staring at it, to the 9 of Wands looking at, to the world, to the past, to thinking about it, to balance, to the 3 of Hearts upright, to the King of Pentacles reversed. Temperance, playing with it, leaving it behind. I just feel like you didn't want to have to, you were hoping, there was a hope you didn't have to do that. So some of you may have wanted to believe you could have made a relationship last, or it could have worked out, is what it tells me. But at the end of the day, I feel like you've seen through a situation pretty clearly, very clearly. Clarify the Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, that you just could. So you may have felt like this person was a player or had secrets too. Some of you, it's a player energy. So not all of you are going to have the same story. Some of you were dealing with somebody who was playing games. The moon and the Knight of Wands. The moon's on the Knight of Wands. That's secretive player energy. The Ace of Cups reversed the Knight of Cups, and you having to make a decision. And I feel like the decision you had to make was to know that you were, I'm going to say what I was feeling before all that showed up. I was feeling this before the Out in the Cold came out here. You're better off on your own, or you needed to do this on your own. Something like knowing that. I feel like you knew that. And I just saw the card that, so there is a card in here that is backwards. And I'm going to wait until it gives, there it is. We're doing it. I've been waiting for this. I feel like you knew you had to build on your own. You couldn't focus on any destructive behaviors around you. It definitely feels like around you. Yeah, I feel like you said no. That 10 feels like the X feels like you had to cross out a situation. I feel like you had to cross out a situation. You may have felt like if you didn't, emotionally, you were just going to get pulled into too much. I'm going to tell you manipulation. Emotional manipulation, baggage, or deception. Some of you became very aware of this. All I'm going to say is it wasn't the right fortune cookie. Some of you may not have wanted to admit the situation or the circumstances you were in, but I feel like you did. Some of you had to recognize it wasn't the home, the happy home, the right fit. And that it was time to move, but definitely move away from it. Move on from it. Good for you. And I love that. And I feel like the outcome, I feel like the tarot is just telling me that it was probably more of a casual sexual connection than something that would have longevity. Because nobody wants to feel like they have to wonder what somebody else is doing, or where they're investing their time, or if they're doing the same thing to you that they're doing to somebody else. Shit like that. Scorpio. Is that why you walked away? Is that why you shut your emotions down to the situation? Or is that why you cut communication? Because something like that may have happened. Somebody definitely walked away with communication. So you either were in a relationship and they manipulated the shit out of you, is what it's telling me, and high and dry communication with you, or you did that to them because they were manipulating you. That's what I see for Scorpio. And I feel like you've put a lot of focus or started to identify or focus on things that go well with you, that make you feel confident or comfortable with inside of yourself. I feel like that's what you want to move towards and work with. So I hate to say this, but I feel like you dealt with something that was a mere distraction, a relationship that was more of a mere distraction. It didn't have enough potential from the scratch of it. You know how people can make like pie from scratch or such and such. I'm not a cook. I grew up with a stepdad who likes to cook. He tried to get me into it. I just can't cook. I don't like to cook. I can cook certain things, but I am no what is it? Ramsay. I am no. I'm not a cook. Nothing like that. And I feel like you over time recognized the celebration was somewhere else. And the only way you did that was knowing it was time. And I opened the deck up to move away. So either you had to move away from a situation that was unhealthy or kick someone out, something of the sort. Whatever it is, I'm going to tell you, holy hell, I can't wait to show you. Whatever it is, when it comes to the communicating, somebody may have communicated like a child and somebody may have communicated like an adult, and I feel like the communication completely collapsed or stopped. That's what I've got for Scorpio. Okay. Well, cook me something then. All right, Sagittarius. In just a second. Okay. I'm going to go back to Scorpio. I think it's wise for the Scorpio woman or man to really focus on the things that are going to make you feel excited all through the summer. And anytime you get like a feeling, if it's not concerning a health situation, but it's a feeling that doesn't sit with you, just let it wash right out of you. Don't hold on to it. Don't carry it for any amount of time, Scorpio. Just don't do that. And I just feel like you could have a very fun. I see you having a good summer for some of you out there. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm seeing Scorpio having a good time. All right, now we'll go to Sagittarius. I don't typically get jealous, but I kind of got jealous. Like, man, my summer's going to be hard. Like, I get this feeling like I'm going to have a rough summer because I'm going to be, my schedule's off. I'm tired. I'm going to become more tired and have to just be comfortable with being tired all the time for the next several weeks. And I know I'm about to face that. I don't know, I kind of got jealous because I'm like, you're going to be out there having a good time, barbecuing. Me, I'm going to be trying to lift my head off the pillow. All right. Or get some sleep, have the pillow on my face, block out all the light. All right. Sagittarius in a second. Well, hopefully it won't be as tough as you think. Okay. Here we go. I don't know what makes me excited. That's tricky to read. Somebody writes, I don't know what makes me excited. All you can do is continue to try to figure it out. Communicate it. And don't sit still above doing nothing for that person that said that. That's at least what the tarot tells me. Take more time to ask yourself from within yourself. All the answers lie within. They don't just lie within. They are around us. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say it that way. All my answers don't come from just me, and I know that. All right, Sagittarius. What am I saying? I must be tired. Most of my answers don't come from me. Let me level with you guys for a minute. Let me level with you, the 77 of you that are in here that watch this later or are watching it, but just don't enjoy coming to the chat. It used to drive me nuts. I mean, crazy. I hated it for the longest time. If I would try to answer a question for somebody without turning on my spiritualism or knowing the niche or the neck that I have for somebody else, putting in the work, essentially, if I didn't try to turn that on and I tried to be myself, about 70-30 that it was wrong. That really was a kick in the nuts. I'm not going to lie. It was like getting kicked in the nuts or throat punched. It really was. Like wanting to be like, oh, I could be helpful. But if I don't use the help of what isn't around, it's probably way off. Yeah, it's like a flip of a coin. And you'll always get tails instead of heads. You never get the heads. But then you flip on the spiritual thing, and the coin's giving you heads 60% of the time or 55% of the time. That used to irk the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. All right, anyway, let's go. Sagittarius. Here we go. When I realized that, I was like, what? It was a little upsetting. It felt daunting, kind of. Here we go. I would have to know a lot about the situation from my own previous experience. Otherwise, forget it. Makes your mind work, though, I'll tell you. Here we go. Sagittarius. Whatever comes out for you. Let's see what we can get for you. I'm so curious. Whatever comes out for Sag. Whatever comes out for Sag. I gotta keep shuffling. Why do I get like you don't want any hostility? Any hostile energy? Some of you also, I feel like some of you have had this energy of wanting to feel more productive or not feel drained, which is weird. How do I feel that way? That feels unexpected. I didn't expect to say that. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. See if we can get anything for you. Could it be, some of you, it could be with your thinking. Why does your thinking keep coming up? Why is it something about you and the way you're thinking about situations? Has that been something you've been trying to discover or to focus on? Not to stay stuck on? Not to stress about? Some of you, it's that, or it's the celebration of a love commitment. The emotional investment. This is probably for the person that's single or has lived alone. I get like, I don't know why I feel like you've lived alone. I do feel alone energy in those two cards, though. Here we go. Sagittarius. If you don't live alone, you may feel like you're disconnected from your family. What the hell? I don't understand why I feel that. I'm just going to keep going. Here we go. Whatever comes up. Some of you have been really wanting to fight for the right course of direction. That's what it shows me. The right course of direction that's going to provide stability, growth, and happiness. I get growth and happiness with the Sun card to the Queen of Pentacles. Wanting to have the emotional forefront with victories and happiness. Definitely wanting celebrations to show up for yourself. Show me something else. Whatever comes up. Why is that here? Why is that here? Not wanting to deal with anxiety. Some of you have known, and I feel like this is not something brand new to you, that you cannot sit in energy that feels toxic or draining. I feel like you know that. You've had an unawareness, but I feel like also you've been missing a love situation, missing the connection. Somebody's been wanting... So if you're with somebody, you may have wanted more out of the connection. If you've been single or on your own, you may have been wanting love, but not really. I get like you may not be fighting for that, for the opportunity. I have to be real, making the decision to move towards it. Probably not playing with it, rushing in at it. No, I guess maybe you're not. Some of you, it's a matter of, is it worth it? I get this energy. Is it worth it? Do I take the gamble? Do I take the risk? And not wanting to stress about it. Why is this important? Five of Cups. Clarify the Five of Cups. There's an importance behind it. When it shows me the card over and over again, there's something behind the message. Some of you, you've been hiding the fact that you've been alone. Or that you've... So it's like you want to be in a relationship. And you try to say that you're cool on your own or you're cool in the gang. So it's like you want it, but you don't do it. And you say you don't mind it, but you do. Okay, right. Here we go. You want it. You want to start the communications. You want to see them build, or you want to see them work out. Or you're starting to recognize maybe that's what you should focus on. Maybe those are the changes that'll bring in more happiness. Some of you were in a relationship that really hurt you too, is what it tells me. But that Ace of Swords reversed, the King of Wands reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, the victories reversed. So some of you could have been in a relationship where you felt like they didn't, I'm going to say it. Some of you may have felt like they didn't admire you enough or fancy you enough, kind of. They wanted to look outward. I don't feel like they were putting enough effort in. And I do feel like that's what might have made you feel tired or made you feel like things weren't changing. I get a lot of resistance here. Hold on. I'm going to pick these up and give you a little more. I want to see what else we get. See if it goes into the same theme or something else. Sagittarius. Here we go. Show me something. Whatever comes up. Sagittarius. I'm going to get 4 shuffles. One more. Here we go. What do you have for Sagittarius? these two. What is it saying? Why would you start like that? I want to see where you go. Clarify the 3. So let me get this right. You might have went through situations. I do feel like the first 2 cards is past tense, strong past tense energy on you, where it just, that road was very bumpy. Whatever road you went down in the past may have felt really bumpy or felt like it couldn't be corrected. Might have made you want to put more time and effort into yourself or being by yourself. Some of you also, if it wasn't a relationship, you might have felt like money might have been becoming a problem. Having enough of the balance of money potentially. You could have also felt like the desire to want more money to be somewhere else. Like you're not. So it's, I get this energy like the environment that you dealt with may have made you wanted to leave to go somewhere else, but money could have been a factor. I don't know. Let's keep going. This wants to keep showing up. So was it love or the investment in love or money that was a problem? Show me something. The passion, not wanting to fight, wanting to, you might have really decided to respect your own self or do things on your own for a while. I get this energy around you where it was like, I need to do things on my own. I need to trust myself. Build. This is important right here. Ta-da, 3 to the Queen to the 9. That's strong independence energy. Being very trusting yourself. I feel like you were trying to trust yourself for the decisions, become strong with them, but at the same time, you did feel a little bit of exposure to not doing enough in like the love sense for yourself. I don't feel like you were trusting the notion of playing with love again. So some of you might have felt like you were cheated or lied to in a situation. And because of it, I think, yeah, I get the energy that you might have held back on love. And that's a yes. That's a double yes. So did you leave things in the cold or feel like you had to separate from a celebration, an outcome, a judgment? Did you feel like you had to move away from it, not let it bother you or rent any space in your head? Did you feel like it had to become something that was behind you? Even though you might have still had a lot of a love or attachment towards it, I feel like you did. But you knew that it was over with. There was no more forward action. It was done. It was definitely done. And I feel like you had to go. Get away from it. It just wasn't working out. I feel like it made you want to become more productive on yourself. But I do also feel like it may have slowed you down with getting balance, with the ability to believe in passion or love again, that it can reoccur or exist properly, balance itself out, show the correct stability. That's what I'm seeing. I am going to tell you, if you are a younger Sagittarius, I don't feel like I'm reading you. You're probably a much older Sagittarius, by the way. Older than me by far. I don't know. I just, that I'm feeling. If you're younger, partial parts of that might have made sense, but I don't feel like a lot of it did. I feel like I was reading somebody much older than me. Here we go. Give you a little bit more. Anything else for Sag, whatever comes out. work. You're going to stay productive with work and stability, one side to the other, and going after that balance. Not stressing either about the things of the past is what you're really focused on. Not letting the things get to you, just staying, kind of wanting to stay humble or stay busy at the tasks that are necessary. Very, very, very wanting to become very emotionally equipped with balance. But also, I feel the need to say, I wanted to come out that you want balance in love situations that would lead to happiness. Even if you tell yourself you don't, I feel like you do. Bottom of the deck, I feel like you do. That's the Ten of Pentacles. It's a happy home. Okay, that's the message for Sagittarius. Okay. Here we go. Capricorn in a minute. I'm not having luck today. Oh, there it is. I thought it was dead. Capricorn in a minute. Let's see what we get for you in a second. Okay, right off the bat. Capricorn, we all know you're the productive sign, or one of them. Capricorns like to be on the alert, the go. Capricorn's a very good sign, very fortunate sign, very fortunate. Usually, if it's not with materialism, it's with money. Do I feel like you've been focusing on that? Yes. But what do I get off of you? I get like you've been focusing on not letting things get to you. Things that have hurt, releasing those things, not letting them get to you anymore. Working through it. Fighting for the good days and the bad days. Not trying to really reminisce about the pains. Maybe you have a broken heart or situations that are behind you now. It feels more of like situations that you've left behind or have left you behind, to be honest. Kind of want to tell you the truth. I feel like they left you behind. I felt that before that past tense energy showed up, and I feel like they left you behind. And you're not wanting to feel wounded or play with that. I feel like you've decided enough's enough. I get that you've decided enough's enough. Go to the other side. You want to play with your victories, but emotionally you may be holding back or not really opening up as much as you'd like right now. Clarify it. This side, not this side. This side that I'm looking down at, please. You just showed up, but you're in reverse. I don't know what's going to come out. So are you trying to stay, either you want to stay humble or you're trying to stay grounded? Some of you are fighting for a better position or career. Others of you might be the only thing you've been focused on. I feel as that I'm going to stick with what I said. I got to stick with what I said. Show me something else. Capricorn. Clarify. Judgments. Wise judgments under victories. You're here. You are here. You're this one. You're the one I can see. 1, 2, 3. Moving on. Some of you want to move on to the desired outcome of like a genuine connection. The fresh start. But I also get like you don't want to feel obsessed or tied down or like kind of bound to it. You may also feel like the area you're in, it's not right for you or it's not going to show up there. I just get this, it's not going to show up there. So some of you may feel like whatever is meant for you to show up in love, it could be at a distance. I don't know. That's what it's showing me in the tarot. What's going on with the 7? I just feel the necessary need to say, I feel like whatever option you move towards, you're going to try to be very wise about it. I get a very cautious energy around you. It's like you don't want to go through anything that's going to cause heartbreak or make you feel like this. I feel like you just don't want to do that. You do not want to invest at all in any stress. I think you've given a lot of thought to this. Change, but what's before change? Because it's important. Yeah, you want changes in love, and you don't want deceptive energy coming towards you or any lies. Why is the wheel here in reverse though? I get this energy where if you feel like it repeats itself, it shows patterns, you won't stick around. You will not trust it. Something about you won't trust it. I do feel like you want to be strong enough to trust it, but you won't hang around if you can't trust it. I don't feel like emotionally you will even want to deal with it. I feel like you'll look away from it, to be honest. Do I feel like you have excitement about going after that or financial gains? Yes. This may be for the Capricorn 2 that is not communicating with somebody else right now. I don't feel like you're in connection, whoever this is for. I don't feel like you're in connection or fighting for the connection. I don't feel that you're drawn to that. I feel like you're shining out on yourself or working on yourself right now. I feel like those are the moves you're going to make and continue to make. And I do feel like you're waiting to discover the right connection to move towards you. Some of you have made that decision quite a while ago to be patient with the correct communication, to put the burdens down, and you're waiting on the manifestations to show balance. I get something about equal balance, equal give and take, feeling strong with structure and stability. Go to the bottom. You may have a lot of focus on yourself or your kids if you have children, or letting go of the past so it doesn't interrupt your future. Something about releasing the past so it doesn't interrupt the future happiness that can arrive for you. Because in the past it caused too much anxiety. I feel like the Ace of Swords is saying you've cut through that. You've been patient for a while, or you've decided to sit back and not really build in a direction that makes you feel like fumbled or aloof towards a love connection. You might have emotionally kind of tucked back or secretly been holding on to waiting to build to the right thing. I don't feel like you want to have to fight or go through a situation that's going to emotionally be feel like a burden. And I feel like you're hip to where you're at right now. I feel like that's how Capricorn feels. And I do also feel like you're missing somebody or missing, there's energy around you that you miss. Clarify the 3. What is this? Holy shit. You're missing something. You showed up as I'm talking about you. You're definitely missing something. The Empress is the devil is you. That's your card. It's your main card. The Empress is overlooking the devil, the celebration. So are you missing the connection in love? You're missing somebody. You're missing something. Clarify. I didn't expect you to show up that quick, or actually, honestly, on my own accord at all. Your passion to be reignited. And I feel you're not trying to hold to the thoughts or the endings or the collapses Some of you, it was hard to let it be what it was and say goodbye. That's what it tells me for Capricorn. All right, we're going to move on. Here we go. Aquarius. A second, I need more coffee. What's up? I feel like I just saw my light flicker. Maybe it's just my eyes are that tired. Here we go. Aquarius. Whatever comes out for you. Whatever comes out for Aquarius. I have to say, I get like some of you may feel like it's not the right time. What's it not the right time for? Baking cookies with somebody? Trusting the stability of a situation? Stressing over the balance of a situation? Here you are, maybe manifesting a situation. Some of you just may feel like it's not the right time to pick up or move towards a situation. I get this. You're not moving towards. I'm done. You're not wanting to move towards a situation right now. 3 times the movement was facing you, like you're not really wanting to work towards something brand new right now. So what is it trying to say? Is it a love thing? Is love not like the key motivator right now? Are you holding back with that decision? The option? I feel like emotionally you're not putting the effort in. I think you're aware of this. I think you know when the time is right, you'll connect with the judgment or go after the balance. Go after the balance. I have to tell you, emotionally, I feel like you just don't want to feel pulled down, maybe even held down right now. This is different. I just don't see you wanting that. Show me something else for Aquarius, please, whatever comes out. When it comes to love, I just don't get you're obsessing over it. You're wanting to be held down, bound to it. You may like the idea of or believe that. So some of you, I don't feel like it's like you don't see love coming or don't want to commit to love again. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it just feels like the timing feels off to you and you feel at a distance. Some of you, it could have to do with the past and you're still working on moving on or focusing on building up what's good for you right now. Not being emotionally attached to the things that you had to learn from. Maybe even get away from. Why build? Build why? 3. Clarify 3. I feel like you're going to build towards the things that make you happy right now. Go towards the things that you can create or discover that make you feel solid, the right movement. Now your moving cards are upright. And it's going to be it might be the right direction for you. So emotionally, you may not be invested. You may be putting a lot of work and energy into yourself. I'm going to say into yourself. I feel like you're doing this. Like you're doing this. You may also get communication from people. Something about why you're doing this, people may want to communicate towards you or be drawn towards you because you're cutting free away from, I almost feel like you're staying inside of your own cocoon or shell a little bit more. And now people want to gravitate to you when you want that personal space. Isn't that how it goes? And look, you've got a lot of speaking energy. Or if it's... Clarify what's going on. You may get some words from an earth or an air sign, by the way. Earth, air, or fire sign. Definitely earth, air, or fire, by the way. Could be an old friend, an old connection. So are you checking in on somebody or somebody checking in on you? I just get you don't want your happiness disturbed. Some of you have had a really hard time with your thoughts also. So if this part may resonate with some of you. 1 minute your thoughts are up and highly active, very, very good, very positive. The next minute they suck, they're evil, they're not good. I feel like you've done that. I feel like you've been doing that for like a month or two, by the way, whoever that's for. Others of you are learning to become patient and not stress about where you are. Or what you've been through. The Emperor, the Death card, the Three of Hearts. Whether it's a tragedy or if it isn't a tragedy, it's just not being emotionally stuck on a situation. I don't want to say you're running away, but you're definitely moving away. And you're not going to want to pivot towards something that feels like it doesn't change or show excitement when it makes you happy in the love department. I also don't feel like you're stuck on Clarify the Lovers. I don't feel like you're stuck on it. I really don't. You may be hesitant to move towards love for a little while, is what I'm seeing. It doesn't mean you won't go have fun, but what I'm seeing is it may mean like it could be a factor of establishing the trust in love and a love connection. Anything else? Health and career may be very important. Career could be important. Definitely career. Career, I'm going to tell you, career and health. Career, health, or family for you right now is like very prominent. I feel like these are the things you're going to put a lot of effort into. Some of you, the message is that's what you know you should do. Others of you, you're already doing it. When it comes to love, it doesn't seem like it floats your boat right now, or like you're really drawn into it. I feel like you're just feeling like it's just too much. And who feels like it's too much? You're the last card, and you're upright. You do. Could be manifesting things. I feel like you're manifesting a better reality or outcome, but it just, I get like it's at a distance from you. Like you know what you want, but it's going to take its time to show up. You're trying to be okay with that. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing for you. All right. I'm surprised you showed up at the very end like that. That's something a Scorpio usually does. But here we go. Let's go to Pisces. Here we go. Did you get truth and clarity, Pisces? I feel like you might have got truth and clarity on a stressful situation. I feel like there was something you yearned or ached for. I'm going to tell you something you yearned or ached for, or really wanted to manifest. You may not have felt like you could trust it, or it may have felt like it just left you in the cold, wasn't showing up for you, cut you high and dry. That's how you start, but we're going to shuffle for you. Let's see what we get. Pisces, stay independent. just independent, carefree. Stay carefree and independent right now. I think you striving for that's a good idea for the zodiac sign of Pisces. What's the message for Pisces? Whatever comes out. I don't usually do it this way where I can't see them, but I'm doing it this way. Usually I can. The last one I just did this for, I think, was Capricorn, and I can see them. All right. Pisces. Ooh. Start. I don't know. That just felt like I should start there. Pisces. The way that one, the way the shuffle. I just. Have you been trying not to think of the things that make you unhappy? Some of you, the messages, you've probably been trying to think of, let go of the things that you wanted to go towards or that you felt a great passion for. You've been really not wanting to be stuck with that feeling, right? Making the right decision to emotionally detach from it. Clarify. Maybe not obsess over it, or just recognize that it wasn't going to be with the outcome you were hoping for, something like that. I'm gonna give it to you. What is it? There's a bunch. Let's do those after this, and the one that wanted to slide out. So, did you want communication to show up? I feel like you wanted to build communication. Definitely feel like you wanted balance with one thing, with the situation, communication, big time. I feel like there was an investment that meant something to you. You probably wanted to establish the connection, work with it, move with it, run with it. The thing is, and this is where I get that. I feel like you were wanting to see this work out. You have a lot of moving towards it energy, moving towards better communication, or seeing it unfold, the way you were hoping, desiring. Build upright. I feel like I'm reading you. I feel like you were aiming for happiness in a home, really wanting to manifest this. Show me something. Clarify it. You didn't communicate very well with this person, though. I get this on and off, back and forth with communication, with the stability of it. Very on and off. Did you try to tell yourself that maybe they're just too busy and that's why you couldn't get a hold of them? Or maybe that's, I don't know. Or they'll contact me when they're not so busy. What the? I just get emotionally, it made you wonder what's really going on. The Ace of Pentacles, the Four, like with the stability of the situation, the connection with the Page of Swords, the King of Cups to the Two of Cups. Is this going to happen? I feel like somebody felt like when it came to building, I feel like this was you. When it came to connecting with an individual, you got to a point where it was like you had to recognize, I can't stress about it not showing up or happening. Emotionally, I just have to say goodbye or accept that it's not happening. I think you had to accept it, whether you got clarity or truth out of it, or you got nothing. Some of you didn't get any answers, even though that's the truth and clarity card. The tarot might be telling you the truth and clarity is it wasn't the best set thing in stone for you at the time. It was something maybe you had to let run its course and go to an ending. and not lie about it needing to end, or you needing to walk away from it or be at a distance from this. It becoming the right judgment to be what? Left in the cold. Something of the sort. Whether it was an earth sign, air sign, fire sign, by the way, there's the Leo card. I feel like it wasn't paying you any mind. It wasn't giving you any attention or time or effort. I don't feel like it was emotionally justifying. Could have been an Aquarius. I get the Aquarius energy for some reason. Maybe a Taurus, by the way, if it's an earth sign. The Hierophant, the 3. Is that telling me you got fed up? I feel like you might have got fed up with the scenario. I feel like over time you got fed up with it. The wheel is reversed. Go to the bottom and see what it is. The wheel, the balance. Why does it say you got... why does it make me feel like you got fed up emotionally, but then you held in there for a little longer than you should have? Like you were trying to accept that it wasn't moving, but then you were hoping for it to move. You have too much balance back and forth. 3 cards in a... yeah. This person may not have... yeah, I'm going to tell you that I don't feel like you got the full story. Somebody didn't get the full story. Some of you didn't get the full story about how they felt about you. Others of you didn't get the full story about what was proceeding in their life. Or what they were up to. Could have definitely been an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I do think it was stressing you out for a while. Some of you, I don't know how big of the audience this may recognize or hit home with. Some of you might have been on Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That's your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, though. It was more of a fling. It was more of a fling or an attraction. Maybe a fatal attraction, a sexual encounter, connection. More than like a true love scenario. I don't feel like it was true love. I feel like you had to discover that and put it behind you. Trust not to have anxiety about it or to let it get to you. Emotionally be upset about it. And recognize that you have so many other offers in front of you. I feel like somebody had to really own that. And I do think it was you that might have struggled with letting it go. Because you wanted communication. But you might not have gotten the communication or the reconciliation you were hoping for. I feel like you were the one that fought for it, but it didn't show up. Some of you, that could be a cross-watchers read. I don't know why to say that, but for somebody out there, I feel like I don't know how many people watch Pisces Cross. I'm back. Am I back? Oh, damn. Can you see? Can you see me? Can you hear me? See you now. I don't know. That was wild. I don't know. it's just letting me know I'm probably not. I'm supposed to go live for the members next, and I don't know if my internet connection is going to allow it. The fact that it came back, it might work, but it might do the same thing, which is really strange. If I don't come back tonight for the members, I will be back as soon as possible, and I'll make it feel wild. I probably won't because I am extremely tired, but I wanted to do this in the members tonight. But now I'm not trusting the internet. I don't even know if you can see me or hear me because mine just froze. And now I gotta watch an ad. Okay. You all have a good night. I think we're done. I think we're gonna be done for the night. I think I got the messages out I needed to get out. The only other message I could have for Pisces is be patient with yourself. Don't worry about what may have happened, the judgment or the outcome. Just focus on where you want to see yourself in the future. Stay focused on and determined with strong emotions. And don't let anybody make you feel uncertain or unhappy. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see this. When it comes to love, don't let anybody throw you off balance with love. I don't think that's the right ticket right now for you. And I'm probably not supposed to say much more because who knows how well this is going to work. But you guys all have a great night. Members, I'm coming out and I'll answer probably everybody's question at least twice when I come out. Not tonight. I don't know if I trust the connection, and I really don't have that much time. I want you all to have a good night. This isn't going to be for all of you, but some of you Pisces, there could have been somebody in the way. Let me just tell some of you Pisces, there may have been somebody in the way. There could have been a third party, somebody else hanging in the balance. That could have been the reason things didn't move forward or it came to a collapse. I feel like, once again, stay patient with yourself. Don't stress about changes or new, like, happiness, starting over energy. That's what I've got for Pisces. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you later. Bye. I'm so tired.